What's going on, YouTube? Thomas L here. It's Thursday. That means it's time to talk about the new movies opening this week in theaters and Netflix as well. All right. First film opening this week in theaters is The Upside. Now, The Upside is, of course, a remake of the French movie The Untouchables. And this film here stars Kevin Hart, Bryan Cranston, Nicole Kidman, Aja Naomi King from How to Get Away with Murder fame, Juliana Margulis from The Good Wife is in this. I gotta say, The Upside looks really good. Now, I really dug the trailer that got released. I'm a big fan of both Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston. Glad to see Bryan Cranston's movie career is going off after Breaking Bad ended. And The Upside, I think, could be something pretty interesting. Now, it's not really getting the best reviews. Like, it has like a 35%, which is a little disappointing, but hey, what you gonna do? I'm still definitely gonna give this one a shot because I like both Hart and Cranston, and the trailer was good. So yeah, I'll definitely give this one a go. All right, next film I'm gonna talk about is A Dog's Way Home. Wow, this has like 69%. Whoa, I did not expect that. But Dog's Way Home is based on a book by the same author of A Dog's Purpose, and it's directed by the guy who directed Dolphin's Tale 1 and 2. Dolphin Tale 1 and 2 got good ratings on Rotten Tomatoes, so I guess I'm not all that surprised now. Now, A Dog's Way Home has a pretty good cast. You got Ashley Judd, Edward James Olmos, Alexandra Shipp, Wes Studi. The dog also looked adorable. I love dogs. So anything with a dog, I'll definitely give a go. I'll definitely give a watch. I mean, the only thing I had problems with is the trailer. I mean, the trailer was decent and all, but that trailer gave away way too much. I just hope that what happens in the movie didn't really happen much in the trailer, but we'll see what happens there. All right, next one I'm going to talk about is Replicas. Now, this is the film with Keanu Reeves and the always gorgeous Alice Eve. I adore Alice Eve. How awesome was she on Iron Fist? I really dug. I know this is changing subjects here, but I dug Alice Eve on Iron Fist. Anyway, now in this, Keanu Reeves plays a man whose family dies in a car accident, and so he will stop at nothing to bring them back, even if it means putting himself against a government-controlled laboratory and a police task force and physical laws of science. I gotta say, this trailer looked pretty awful. I mean, I don't really think this movie is gonna be all that great, to be honest with you. Keanu Reeves, sometimes he's a hit and miss. He's a hit with John Wick. Then he could be a mess with what was that? 47 Ronin, I think it was called. Hopefully, maybe Replicas could be a surprise, but we'll see that. Now, there's not really a whole lot. Like, there's mainly also smaller stuff opening. There's a film called Pledge, which I don't know much about. There's a film called Sergeant Will Garner, which has a pretty decent cast. The cast here includes Max Martini, who you might know as he was in 50 Shades of Grey. He played Christian Grey's bodyguard or something. Anyway, in this, it stars Max Martini, Omari Hardwick, Lily Rabb, Dermot Mulroney, JoBeth Williams, Robert Patrick. Good cast. Max Martini is a pretty decent actor. I've really liked seeing him pop up and stuff. He was even good in 50 Shades. He was just in a pretty bad film. But I think Sergeant Will Garner could be an interesting directorial debut by him. Now, I don't really know much about the whole film, but Sergeant Will Garner is like this. Here's what Sergeant Will Garner is. It tells the story of Iraq War vet Will Garner, played by Max Martini, who is suffering from a traumatic brain injury and is sustained with his platoon while combat. His injuries may make it difficult for him to reintegrate into society. After a series of setbacks, he embarks on a spirit motorcycle journey across America with the goal of reuniting with his son. That could be interesting. I mean, I'm a sucker for those type of movies, so I'll definitely I'll probably give that one a go. Maybe like if it's online or something. And I always like supporting directors' directorial debuts, so yeah, I'll give that one a go. Also, out this week, there's a film called Touch Me Not. I don't know much about that. There's a film called Buffalo Boys. Ashes in the Snow, which is a World War II movie with Belle Powley, who I'm becoming a big fan of. After Diary of a Teenage Girl and White Boy Rick, I'll watch her in anything. She's a really good actress. There's a film called Aspern Papers with Jolie Richardson and Jonathan Rhys Meyers. There's a film called Perfect Strangers. There's an action movie called The Bouncer with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Jean-Claude Van Damme's always awesome. He doesn't always be in the best movies, but he's pretty decent. There's a film called Against the Clock with Diana Agron and Andy Garcia. That could be interesting. Oh, there's a film I really want to check out called Anthem of a Teenage Prophet. Now, here, this one stars Cameron Monaghan from Shameless fame and Peyton List, who you might know from Jesse. Now, this movie is based on an award-winning novel, and it's about a teenager's gift of premonition becomes a curse when, after predicting the death of one of his friends, named Luke, played by Cameron Monaghan, is dubbed the Prophet of Death by a local news reporter. A media madhouse infiltrates Luke's life. Everyone in his Michigan hometown desperate to know more. Luke holds everyone at arm's length. The relentless crew, his mother, played by Juliette Lewis, as well as his father, even Faith, played by Peyton List, the girl he has secretly loved for as long as he can remember, telling no one that the premonitions keep happening. Troubled and confused, Luke must make sense of his newfound abilities in his fast-moving tale of struggling with youth. That sounds interesting. I mean, I'm a fan of Cameron Monaghan. I really like him on Shameless and Gotham. Pam List is actually sprang out to do more stuff after Jesse and Bunk. So glad to see her doing stuff now. I think this could be interesting, so I'll definitely give this one a go whenever I get a chance to. Also, out this week, there's a horror film called Alone in the Dead of Night. Don't know much about that. Oh God, no. Why did they make this? Why did they make this? Also, out this week is Norm of the North 2. That's actually a thing. That's actually they actually made a sequel to that. Oh gosh. Good thing is Rob Schneider's not in this. I mean, I think even Rob Schneider thought, yeah, I'm good. I'm not doing the sequel. Yeah, I'm not all interested in that. The first Norm of the North is one of the worst anime movies I've seen. Like maybe right behind the Emoji movie. Norm of the North was god awful. Anyway, I'm done talking about Norm of the North. I don't want to talk about that anymore, so let's move on. All right. Also open this week is a film called Tall Tales from the Magical Garden of Antoon Kings, which features the voices of Kate Mara and Justin Long. That could be interesting. There's a film called The Untold Story with Nia Pebbles and Joan Ladd. And there's a film called The Bounty Hunter. There's a film called Job's World, and there's also a little indie film called Rockaway. Rockaway sounds interesting. Let me pull up the synopsis. Rockaway is inspired by true events and is about a man who recounts the summer of '94 when he and his brother plotted revenge against their abusive father. Wow, that's intense. That is intense. I mean, this could be something interesting. I really do love me a good coming of age story, so there's that. So I'd definitely give this one a go. All right. And if you don't feel like going out to theaters and all, and you want to stay home and watch something on Netflix, there is actually a Netflix movie premiere this week. The Netflix film that is premiering this week is a comedy called The Last Laugh. Now, this is directed by Greg Friedkin and stars Chevy Chase and Richard Dreyfuss. Here's what it's about. When retired talent manager Al Hart is reunited with his first client, Buddy Green, a comic who quit show business 50 years ago, he convinces Buddy to escape their retirement community and hit the road for a cross-country comedy tour. Besides Chase and Dreyfuss, this also had Kate Miucci, Andy McDowell. Pretty good cast. I gotta say, I really dug the trailer that got released. It looks hysterical. I mean, you got two legends like Chevy Chase and Richard Dreyfuss in this. That there alone piques my interest. So I cannot wait to check this one out. Again, that premieres on Netflix Friday. And the other films I mentioned, come to either theaters or just limited release. Well, let me leave it to you guys. What movies opening this week are you interested in checking out? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.